So the Simon Kinberg trilogy thing is wild. It's a really weird story. And yes, he did come out recently and say his inspiration for the trilogy is Andor. And he obviously, he praises Andor a lot and says it's, great sci-fi writing and all this stuff, right? So I think the next question would be, what does that mean? He wants to be inspired by Andor. So does that mean, then, that Star Wars itself, or the next Star Wars movies, will not embrace the fantasy adventure elements and would rather do a deconstruction, a sort of Sorkin type, more adult, more I don't know what you call it, elevated genre kind of a take? Is that what that means? I mean, part of me thinks maybe, and it does feel like that could absolutely be in line with Kathleen Kennedy, and Andor is probably her biggest success as of late. You know what I mean? I obviously don't like it. There's other people that don't like it, but it did chart. Probably going to win an Emmy of some kind, and there's currency there. Andor is clearly, Andor did enough in its second season, even though if you really drill down into those Andor numbers, they're really not great. I think it's 60 to 70% of the watch time for the whole course of season 2 actually came from season 1. Meaning a whole bunch of people were like, oh, maybe I should try season 1 and then quit. But hey, it still counts. It's still charting, et cetera, et cetera. The question is, is that the way they're going to do this? And I would say probably yes. Now, remember, and this is a really important thing to remember, when the Simon Kinberg trilogy first broke, it broke in the Hollywood trades, and it was kind of a shocking story. And other reporters, I believe it was Bespin, reported that people within Lucasfilm, actual executives, which to me means maybe Dave Filoni, actual executives at Lucasfilm were shocked at this announcement about the Kinberg trilogy. Now, to me, the reason that's the case is because Kathleen Kennedy and some of the other executives there are not on the same page about the future for Star Wars should be. So I've been talking about this for a while, right? Ever since I had that really big scoop from one of my really old sources about Ahsoka Season 2, about the Maul show, and a lot of other stuff, I've been telling you guys, there's some kind of a civil war happening at Lucasfilm. There's one camp that wants to, the way it was said to me was, how was it phrased? Not a reboot, but they want to completely reshape how the creative overhaul. There's a camp inside Lucasfilm that wants to overhaul how they make content. I believe that's Dave. And maybe others. And then there's another camp in Kathleen Kennedy that wants to just keep doing what they're doing. Whether you like what Star Wars has been doing or whether you don't like what Star Wars has been doing over the past 5 to 6 years, one thing's pretty obvious. Lucasfilm, under Kathleen Kennedy, likes to act like nothing is wrong. This attitude is echoed in a lot of their executives, their actors, the writers, producers of the shows. They all just want to act like nothing's wrong. And despite all of the evidence that there's a lot of stuff wrong, they're not going to admit it. They're just going to keep going. And so to me, this whole Kinberg trilogy thing is quite interesting because I think it's just Kathy, that camp, and they're like, oh, well, we're just going to do a trilogy during the sequel era. We're going to use those characters, 3 more Rey movies, and we're going to make it like Andor, and then call it a fucking day. You know what I mean? That is dead ass what I think they are planning. The only question is, will Dave Filoni step in? Will he stop that? If he doesn't stop it, will he at least adjust it so that it is a little bit more adventure, a little bit more mythic, fantasy? I don't know what to tell you on that one. I mean, I guess we'll just see. If every Dave Filoni project that does better and better makes it more likely that he gets his way in the future. The big question is, how much does he want to do something separate from what Kathy wants to do? Is Kathy really stepping down in January? Will those Simon Kinberg movies really be greenlit? Or will something happen? Will he step in and make a different call? Will they be adjusted? There's so much that we don't know. But make no mistake about it. This Kinberg thing where he's coming out there and saying the Andor stuff, guys, that's all just PR. That's all just PR. It's all just him trying to say oh, people like Andor? Guess what? My shit is going to be like Andor. Well, I'm sorry, Simon. You don't have a great track record on any goddamn scripts, any goddamn writing, any goddamn movies. So get fucked. You're trying to ride the coattails of, Gilroy and Andor and this success and this new wave and all that. It's like, brother, look at your report card. It's just not that great. So I think it's all just a PR move. I think it's to get that side of the fandom to maybe embrace that, make some noise, and then that can be turned around and used as evidence of why they should do it. That's what I think is going on with the Kinberg thing. I'm hoping that more info comes out. I'm hoping that more of this is revealed, but I'm not sure. So that's my take. Any questions about this? Any thoughts, comments, concerns? Do you like it? Like, are you Andor fans excited about this? Because even if I liked Andor, I don't know if this would do anything for me. I'd look at Simon Kinberg's actual filmography, right? And I'd just be like, psh, okay, bud. My only question is, can we move on? What do you mean? Like to Warhammer? Josh always tells it how it is, and that's why he's the best when it comes to this ish. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, no, I mean, that is what it is. At least as far as I understand it. Who cares? Star Wars sucks. They need to disband Lucasfilm entirely. Yeah. You don't want a Star Wars Dark Phoenix? No, brother. I do not. February 2099. Appreciate you, brother. 25 months says, last Friday you implied that Spider-Man who gets the Venom suit won't be Tom. Potentially it'll be Andrew or Sony Spider-Man. No. If that's what you got out of that, I apologize. That's not what I meant. I meant that I think you're not going to see the symbiote on Tom in that movie. I think he will get the symbiote, but not in that movie. Any chance of another chat with that old source? I mean, I could hit them up, but I usually let sleeping dogs lie, man. If they have something to tell me, if they want to hit me up, they'll hit me up. And also, too, they know how best to protect themselves. So sometimes they have to sit on something for a while and then tell me it so that it doesn't look like, oh, they were literally in that room. Like, basically, here's what it is. My source is Dave Filoni. I'm actually the secret love child of George Lucas. A lot of people at Lucasfilm know this and shit, but I can't ever publicly admit it. And therefore, I have to, hide my tracks a little bit so that you guys don't figure out that I'm George's illegitimate son and that Dave is my homie. And we all have a group chat where we talk mad shit on Kathleen Kennedy. Like, bro, we all hate her ass, Kind of look like him. I know. Just don't tell anybody. Ascending Rumble says, I'm not looking forward to anything sequel trilogy related. I had a very tiny amount of hope in Gosling's movie, but then I heard the Rey movie rumors. Yeah. We'll see, man. Maybe they won't have her in that movie, but I don't know, bro. I feel like she's just going to pop out. I feel like we're all going to watch the fucking Ryan Gosling movie. And it's almost going to be like we're sitting down for a horror movie ready for the jump scare. And we're ready for five-head Ray to pop out of any corner or any this, that, second, and the third. I bypassed the compressor. Get the fuck out of my face. So it's going to be jump scare city as we all watch that shit on pins and needles. Justified says, so you're telling me we're now relegated to Star Wars without the shit that makes Star Wars? Joke of a copy pasta ass franchise. Talk boring ass Warhammer instead. 53, damn. Hey, 53 months. Damn, appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I think this is how you know Star Wars is really fucking up. Star Wars is fucking up so bad that even Justin's like, maybe we should talk about Warhammer. You know what I mean? Oh my God. She can bypass my compressor. Hey. Hello, buddy. I just wanted to say I've been hearing stuff about Doomsday showing up at D23. Can we believe this? Maybe. Do we expect RDJ on stage and costume reveal? I doubt it, brother. I think they need to figure out what this movie is. I feel like they have so many... bro, they got a lot going on. I think you'll more likely to get some Spider-Man teases at D23. Maybe a little bit of Doomsday stuff, but nothing really. The Doomsday stuff won't kick off until next summer. Maybe first, second quarter next year, and then summer, it really hits the road, man. That's going to be a wild time, though, dude. Next year, the lead into Doomsday, and then the lead into Secret Wars. Ooh, goddamn, bro. Ooh, Ooh, goddamn. That's going to be crazy. Hang on, I need a little bit of Pellegrino. Hang on. Peter Parker says, what did I miss? Oh, dude, just a Bureau commercial. We're all about Bureau over here. You know, we want to taste fermented old-ass vegetables with none of the fun of getting a buzz. You know what I mean? Like, I came to realize that this new generation, it can't, like, dude, you know, we always make fun of this new generation because they suck and, you know, they're unmotivated, lazy, broke, stupid, low T, you know, everything else. But the reality is, now that I see the light, now that I understand we could all have the fun of drinking a bunch of fermented old vegetables and plants with none of the buzz and excitement and social lubricant of alcohol, it just all came together. I totally get it. Bureau, new generation, all about it.